Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, and it's currently 4 AM right now, and I'm playing with the Sultry palette. By the way, I'm Christina. Hi. I'm a little hyper because I've had a lot of green tea lattes, and the sugar high is real right now. Also, I'm super hyped about this palette too, so my excitement is just like out of this world right now. For like 2 solid years, I have been waiting for a palette like this to come out, and finally, my prayers were answered. Hallelujah. Like, if you guys are like me and you're so sick and tired of all the brands for the past 2 years have constantly coming out with palettes that are oranges, orangey browns, warm tone coppers, like everything had a warm tone to it, like all the golds, all the shimmers, all the lid shades, all the mattes, like everything was warm toned, and that just does not suit that does not complement my skin tone well at all. And I had to start buying single pan shadows because I was looking for fudgy browns, true browns, taupes, any like shimmer shade that didn't have anything warm in it, like just like silver with pinks in it, silver with greens in it, or you know, just anything that just wasn't warm. And this handsome fellow right here, okay, Prince Charming, came in and saved the day. He came swooping in with true browns, slate color, iridescent silver with purple. This is the gold with the green iridescence. We've got rose gold. Even though this is like a yellow gold, it's not like warm toned. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like pure, like neutral goldness. This is a bronze that's actually like a brown bronze, like not copper bronze, not yellow bronze, but like just a shimmery brown bronze, you know? And it's just so amazing. And right here you have a brow bone color that complements absolutely all the colors. So it's just like, it's an unbelievable palette. This has been forever in the making. So I'm so happy about this palette, and I think I've rambled long enough about it. You guys definitely get the point that this palette is super exciting, and I'll be talking more about it at the end of the video. If you guys are interested to see how I got this look and see how I feel about this palette, then please keep on watching. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm priming today with the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I know you guys are probably like, what's going on with her eyes? Yeah, I had a really bad microblading experience, so every time I do my brows I have to do like a buttload of things to it to make them now they say that eyebrows are supposed to be, you know, sisters not twins. Yeah, mine are like distant step cousins twice removed, so I do my best to try to make them like just at least cousins, not even sisters. Like I'll settle for just cousins. So yeah, I have to like conceal a lot of stuff and like, you know, try and make them symmetrical. Because like one is higher than the other, one's bigger than the other, one arch is like in a different place. So like that's what you see going on right there. Okay, so for foundation today, I'm using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in Angel Food, and I'm going to be mixing it with the Giorgio Power Fabric in 7. Okay, so the new Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, I tried this yesterday and I was just like, oh, that's some coverage. So it's really unique because it has an interesting applicator. I've only seen these types of applicators on eye creams that come in a tube, because the whole concept of it being metal and shaped like this is so that when you apply it under your eyes, the metal is really cold, so it'll depuff your eyes, and of course it's metal, so it's smooth, so it just like glides on and it won't cause any wrinkles, and it'll just like depuff at the same time. So I thought that was interesting that I've seen that on like eye creams and now it's on a concealer, so it's really interesting that they did that. So, and one thing, since this is new, be really careful because the way they designed the bottle, they didn't like make it in a way where it could control, like hold back the product a lot. So as soon as you put like a little bit of pressure, like a bunch comes out, and literally a little goes a long way. So really very little pressure, okay, because a lot is going to come out and it's going to be way too much concealer, way too much. I'm like so scared right now. I don't want it to be a repeat of yesterday. Do you see that? That was like the tiniest bit of pressure, and that's a lot of concealer. It's a lot. Look, if I spread it out you'll see it's a lot of concealer. Do you see that? That's a ton. That is a ton of concealer. But do you see, like, it definitely glides around really easily with applicators, so I thought that's really cool. And this dries down super quick, so do one side at a time because it literally dries like ninja fast. So immediately, as soon as you put it down, start blending it right away. Don't even put concealer on the other eye, like just as soon as you have put it down on your skin, blend, blend, blend. Go, 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 go. Because it's gonna get dry and then it's gonna be really hard to blend and you're just gonna end up taking off your foundation and your concealer and it's just gonna be like all bad, so just move quick. It's so hard to control the applicator. I got the other side perfect, but this side came out like way too much. I think that's my only complaint about this concealer is that it's really hard to control how much comes out. I just like push just a little bit and like all this came out. Do you see the difference between like how much came out on this side and how much came out on this side? So yeah. But I really like this concealer. It definitely is very creamy, super high coverage, because I can tell like anything that can cover my sunspots with just like a light layer, that's definitely like high coverage. And if you guys are wondering if this smells like the foundation, it does, but it's like 90% less potent. So it's like a faint smell. It smells exactly like the foundation, but it's 90% less strong. So if you guys don't like the smell of the foundation, then I guess you guys will like that this doesn't smell like as strong. But I love the smell of the foundation. I really like it. I don't know why a lot of people complain that it smells like old lady. But I don't think it smells like old lady. I think it smells really like nice and fresh, so yeah. But as you can see, it blended out really nice. Even though it's like super creamy, it feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy. It's not like, it's not drying either. And yeah, I just don't feel like irritated by it at all. So just the only complaint I have is the product coming out like a little bit too easy. Maybe like after the bottle's not, the tube, I keep saying the bottle, maybe when the tube isn't like as full because it's brand new, then maybe it'll be easier to control, but still, you know, still. So just be careful if you guys get this concealer. Oh, and I'm in the shade Marshmallow, by the way. Colourpop concealer in shade Fair 6. I like it because it has a pinky undertone, so it's brightening. And just a tip to any of you guys who have a giant 5 head, never ever highlight any higher than this. Like, do you see where my head protrudes? Like the part that protrudes the most? Never highlight that area ever. Stop right underneath it and just keep it in that area. Just trust me. I'm just gonna contour my nose super quick. Oh, and tip, the side that you use to blend out the concealer, the Huda concealer, on your beauty blender, don't use it on anything else, because I always use the concealer side to blend out my contour, and yesterday it literally just covered up. Like, it was like never there. Like, all this brown, gone. Like, this is called the overachiever for a reason. Like, literally, it just like annihilated it. So use the clean side of your beauty blender and buff out your contour with that. Just a tip. I'm gonna set my face with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. Did any of you guys watch Carpool Karaoke with James Corbin? Like, I'm obsessed with that. I love it so much. I think it's hilarious. I totally wish that I could do like makeup karaoke with you guys, because whenever I'm doing like parts of my makeup that are like super boring or like that take long or something, I'll play music and, you know, I'll be like, you know, karaoke, and I feel like it'd be so much fun if I could do that with you guys, like makeup karaoke, but YouTube and its copyright laws. But if I could, it'd be so fun. Can you imagine? I was like listening to Big Bang right now, and yeah, I was just like, Big Bang, can you? It's just fun. It's just fun. I wish I could do that with you guys. I'm just gonna set my nose contour a little bit with some powder contour. I'm trying really hard, you guys, to like not go crazy with my contour. Like, after like seeing my videos and stuff, I'm just like, oh my god, my nose is so crazy. So sorry about that. It's just really easy to get like heavy-handed, you know, out of control, crazy, you know. You just keep wanting to make your nose smaller and smaller, and it's just like, makeup has its limits, you know. So sorry about that. I'm like, you guys, I'm gonna try and control myself, and look at me. Look at me. I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs Tan Tastic and contour my face super quick. Okay, so usually I just contour my face, you know, just like this. Forehead, sides, and then cheeks, right? So, what I don't show you guys, but I feel like I should share with you guys just because I've had enough, okay? I've had enough. Every time I talk to my boyfriend on FaceTime, he always FaceTimes me, and of course it's always when I don't have makeup on, and today he was like even more rude than usual, okay? He's always telling me that my forehead is freaking ginormous and that light reflects off of it, which is very rude but very true because every time when we FaceTime, like I said, the area where my head protrudes the most right here, boom, the light will hit it and it's just like that's all you see. It's just that like that part of my forehead, just that circular part that protrudes out. And it doesn't help because, like, you know, whenever I don't have foundation on, I mean makeup on, I do have like a lot of skincare on, so of course my face is like really like glowy, well not glowy, but just like slick looking, shiny looking from like all the moisturizers and serums and whatnot and stuff like that. So I want to share with you guys what I do. Because of his bullying, it made me think about how I contour my face, and because of his bullying, I came up with this. So if you guys have a 5 head like me, this is an extra step I take when I contour to help me, you know, look less like what he was saying. So what I do is after I'm done contouring like I showed you, find the place where your head protrudes the most, like starts to stick out. So mine would be like right here, which is why when I highlight, I stop like right here. I used to be like, I would watch YouTube videos and like, you know, those gurus would just be like and like draw their like highlighter like all the way up here, but it's like, dude, they don't have a forehead like mine, okay? So it really enhanced that protrusion, and I just could never figure out why, and so, you know, I figured it out now. So that's why if you're like me, then just keep your highlight underneath the protrusion so that attention will be drawn to that area. And then what I like to do is after I'm done contouring my face, whatever's left over on my brush, I don't pick up any more, I'll just start from the top of my forehead, and I'm just gonna gradually pull it down to the area where my forehead protrudes, so that since it's like contoured, like since it's dark, light isn't gonna hit it and reflect and make it look like a giant forehead. Because today he was like extra rude and he took it up like another notch, and he was like, oh my god, it looks like you have Vaseline on your forehead, like it's humongous. And it's just like the light is like just hitting it, and it's just like shining and like reflecting the light, and I was just like, dude, you call me just be rude? So yeah, so I thought I would share this with you guys in case you have a 5 head and a rude ass boyfriend. So, and the reason why I'm dragging it down like this and not picking up any more product is because it's like, it creates a gradient effect, you know, just like how with your eyes, you want it to be a gradient effect. It's the same thing. You don't want like a giant block of, you know, contour that's exactly like the same darkness. So it's nicer if it's like darker to light. It's a lot better that way. So it just looks more like natural and just doesn't look crazy, because then your head's just gonna look like an Oreo, half and half. You have your highlight here and your contour here, it's just like, you know, dark and light. It looks crazy. So it's a lot better if you do this, so it's a gradient effect. And then just to like make my head look a little bit smaller, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of product and just like push in some contour to like narrow my head. So I just go this way very lightly. But the biggest, most important part is what I did earlier, dragging it down from the top and going on till I hit the protrusion. It really helps light not reflect off my forehead. So usually if I'm lucky and when you FaceTime and I have makeup on, I don't get made fun of, so I know it works. Look at all my baby hairs. Aww. For blush, I'm using this Milani blush. It's called Romantic Rose. I really love how it's like a rose petal pattern, and I actually got this because I was watching Amanda Ensing's fall favorites video, and literally like as soon as I finished watching the video, I just got up and I went to Target and I bought this blush. See, that's why they call these people influencers, because seriously, I literally just watched the video. I was like, oh, she's right, that is a magical color, I love it. And I just literally got up and went and got it right away, immediately. Like not the next day, not in a couple hours, but like as soon as the video was over, I just went. If you guys are messy like me, then just take a sponge. This is the Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge, and just clean up that area. Boom. Mistakes are gone. Mistakes are erased. I wish life mistakes were that easy to erase. Like, look how easy that is. Boom. Gone. Mistakes gone. If only life were that easy. I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. Okay, even though this is my second time playing with it, I'm still super pumped about it. Like, it's that great of a palette that there's just like so many looks I feel like I could create with it that I'm just still super like pumped and hyped about it. So I'm just gonna recreate the same look that I did yesterday just because I really liked it and I want to show that to you guys before I move on to like other looks. So yeah, let's do this. Oh shit. Hi, Christina, the Hot Mess Express again. I totally forgot to prime my eyes and I was just about to plop that shadow onto my eye and I was like, oh my god, it's not primed. This is MAC Apparently Paint Pot, by the way. I've been using this as my primer for like freaking my entire life, basically. Okay, now I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna take Birch with ABH 30 and just put that as my transition. Put that as my transition? Use it as my transition. Wow, I really can't talk. You know what I just thought of earlier as I was priming my eyes? So you know how they say like guys are like wine, over time they, I don't even know how to like say it right, but you know I'm talking about that phrase where guys are like wine, they get like better with time or something, and girls, like, you know, as they age they don't get better, they don't become more valuable, but guys do. You guys know the phrase I'm talking about, right? So I was thinking about that and I was just like, you know what, makeup is kind of like girls. Like, no matter what, like, you know how you have a ride or die product? Like, I've been using MAC Apparently Paint Pot ever since I started wearing makeup. Like, ever since I started watching YouTube videos to learn how to put on makeup, like, everybody used like MAC Apparently Paint Pot or Soft Ochre as their base, and I know a lot of people still do, and it's never done me wrong. It's a really great primer. I've tried like eyeshadow primers and I was just like, why? This is better or the same, you know? So I just love it. It's never let me down, but I'm always looking for something that could be better. Like, I feel like that way with like every product. Like, whatever that's never let me down, even though it's not broke, I'm always trying to fix it. Like, I'm always trying to see if there's like a better setting powder out there. I'm always trying to see if there's a better primer, a better setting spray, a better, you know, foundation, a better whatever. Like, I'm always trying to see if there's something better out there. And I feel like guys are always doing that with girls. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I feel like guys are always doing that. They're always like trying to see if there's a better girlfriend out there, and, you know, they just don't appreciate what they have. Like, I don't know if I'm just like projecting right now, but tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Girls don't do that. Like, we like cling on to the boyfriend, or at least I do. So that's the way I see it. Just my random thought. I'm gonna grab the Smith 230 and I'm gonna go in with Twig in my crease and blend it up a little bit into the transition. So is anyone out there a fan of Chrissy Teigen? Like, I am. I'm not like a die-hard fan or anything, but I definitely think she's so gorgeous and she's so hilarious, and like, she's just family goals, like just goals, you know, and I just love that she can cook and all this other stuff, and she's just hilarious, and I don't know, I just love her. I just think she's hilarious. So the funny thing is I have her first cookbook cravings, and I honestly, like, when I looked through the book, I looked at all the recipes and I was like, you know, all the dishes that are in here aren't like things that I would actually, like, we have a different palette. I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line now that I'm starting to get into the darker colors, because I want to make sure that everything connects. I like to do it like as I go. But anyways, I looked through the recipe book and I was just like, you know, it seems like our palettes are really different, because, you know, she's known for being a really great cook, and so when the cravings came out, I was just like super excited. But when I saw the recipes, I was just like, we have a different palette. Like, she cooks and eats things that like I don't really like to eat or cook, but my doo-doo ass just decided to go buy it anyways, just because I was like a fan of hers, and it's just been sitting there and I never made like not one recipe from it ever. Like, I never ever did. And then her second cookbook just released, and as I was at Target yesterday, damn, I can't talk. As I was at Target yesterday, I was so proud of myself that I made it through all of Target without grabbing random things. Like, that's me, okay? I come for something and I leave with something times 5. And for once, I didn't do that, but freaking Chrissy got me, okay? right when I got to the checkout line, there she was, a giant, like it was like a book tower, like a 360 book tower at the checkout line, full, well not full, it was actually, there's only like 3 books left, so I'm pretty sure she got a bunch of other people too, but I'm pretty sure that tower could have held like, for sure, like at least 70 books, okay? And there's only like a couple left, and I saw it and I was just like, oh my god. Remember, I never made not one dish from her first book, but then I opened up this one and I saw the recipes for it, and I was like, hey, there's actually a couple dishes in here that I actually would want to make, and I freaking bought it. She freaking got me, dude. I bought it, and like, ugh. I was just like so mad at myself. So I'm like determined now that I have the book that like I will make like every dish that I'm interested in that book. I will make it at least 3 times just to make it worth it. I'm just like so mad at myself. It's like, ugh. I made it through all of Target and she freaking got me at the end. I'm gonna grab a Smith 253 brush and I'm gonna pack dystopian on the ends of my eye. Actually, I might do a halo. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a halo. So probably the front and ends of my eyes. I'm mad at myself that I was like able to control myself, and then at the end I just lost. Like, her book was pretty expensive. Like, I didn't look to see how much it cost because I was already like mad at myself, but like when I checked out it was like $40, and all I bought was milk, cinnamon rolls, and blush, and the blush was like $7. So if my total was like 40 something, like $40, then obviously her book was like pretty pricey. So I thought about it and it's like all this stuff that I walked away from and controlled myself from, I could have had all of them. I could have bought all of them, and yeah, I could have had all of that, and that's like more stuff, like quantity wise, like I could have had all those things, all that food, all those blushes. I could have had all of that. But no, I got a book instead. A book where I will most likely not make anything. But I'm determined to. I'm determined to make the money worth it. I'm determined. I will make something from that book. But the point is, it's kind of unlikely, but I'm determined. Yeah, so I was just listening to a DJ Khaled song, and I just think it's so cute that, you know how he's always like DJ Khaled in all his songs? I love that now he's like Father Assad. Like, that's so adorable. I think it's so cute how much he loves his son. And like, I love how like in every music video, his son is always in it. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I just love that stuff. I think I really love that kind, like love seeing that kind of stuff, like, you know, like the Ace Family, and like, actually I never watched the Ace Family, but I've heard of them and I get the gist of like what their channel is about. But like, I love like just seeing that type of family love, like parent love, parental love. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think you guys get my point. I think I really like seeing that just because that's how I would want to be if I was a mom. Like, I would definitely be like, if I was a rapper, I'd be like mamas, whoever. So I think it's really cute that he does that. It's so adorable. Okay, hello, halo, hello. Halo is done. Let me see what I want to connect my halo with. Okay, I was gonna connect my halo with like a different color and try and be different and stuff, but no, I'm just gonna connect it with dystopian. The same color that the halo was made with. I look a little crazy, huh? I'm gonna put some more dystopian at my bottom to smooth it out. Okay, I'm gonna use Ember right here. It's like a greenish gold, so I really like it. It looks nice with like all the colors I have on my lids right now. So I definitely love Wedding ABH shimmer shades because it always turns into like molten liquid lava, and I really love that. Normally I use this flat concealer synthetic brush, but I'm actually interested to use this like bigger synthetic shader brush to see if it'll kind of get the job done faster. So I'm gonna experiment with that today. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna wet it with Fix Plus and we'll see how it goes. Can't believe I haven't done this sooner. I love this now. I love this brush now. Like, I don't have to wet it as often as I do the other brush, and it gets the job done like so much quicker. You'd be surprised how long it takes me to pack on shadow. It shouldn't take as long as it normally does, but it does. Love it. I'm just going to grab that triangular Smith brush again, and I'm just gonna go over the halo areas and just pack on a little bit more dystopian. The one thing I regret is not cutting my crease. Normally I do to give myself a good guide when every time I do my eyeshadow, no matter what, if it's a halo or anything, but I was just like too lazy to do it today, and I kind of regret that. I totally forgot that I do that for a very specific reason. I feel like I have to work harder to like kind of make everything even. It just looks better when you clean it up, so oopsies. Okay, I'm gonna grab the 230 brush again, and I'm just gonna blend out my harsh lines. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick up some more color or not yet, so let me just see how it looks. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick up any more color, I'm just gonna blend it out. That's good. Okay, I know earlier I just said that I regretted not cutting my crease, but I actually really like that I didn't, because my look right now is a lot more sultry than yesterday, because it's more like blown out because I didn't cut the crease. I really like it better this way actually for this look, so that's like a happy accident. I actually don't regret it now. I actually really like that. Yeah, my look is definitely, even though I'm using the same colors, it definitely looks a lot different than it did yesterday, so I actually really enjoy this. So, okay, I'm just gonna blend out this harsh line right here. Actually, before I do that, Christina the Hot Mess Express. I feel like that should be a hashtag, dude. Ugh. Before I blend out that harsh line, okay, I'm gonna grab this teeny weeny itsy bitsy brush. It's a what? A Morphe M213. There's a bajillion brushes like this. I'm just gonna grab Fresh. Where is she? Around there. I'm gonna grab Fresh and put that on my brow bone. Okay, I'm gonna take a synthetic brush to blend out this harsh line right here, and I'm gonna use Birch to do that. I just find that with a synthetic brush, it's perfect for this last step because it doesn't spread the product out. It doesn't make it go like up and out and everywhere. It just stays on that harsh line and blends it out. So I really like it for that purpose. Since I'm a Hot Mess Express, I'm gonna use the first brush that I use for my transition, and I'm just gonna clean off the excess on my pants, and I'm just gonna clean up my eye shape, just to, you know, make sure that my upper and lower shadows are connected, because my upper shadow is kind of going out a little bit, and I just want them to stay connected. Okay, now I'm gonna take a For Real clean brush. I lied, I didn't take a real clean brush. I'm gonna just get this random fluffy brush, and I'm gonna wipe it off on my pants. It's like lightly dirty, okay? It's just like super light. It's not like, you know, it's like a one-time use dirty. Look, see? Look. It's basically clean now. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend out that harsh line between my brow bone and my transition, and we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good to go. Okay, after looking at my look a little bit, I want to push up some more of the Ember. So I'm gonna grab the same brush for Ember, and I'm just gonna like push it up a little bit more. I want it higher up onto my eye. I think this will give it a more gradient effect too, because I'm not wetting it. I'm just drying it up. Do you see the difference? How my eyes are like more open on this side now? Just look. Yeah. Do you see how this eye looks more blown out and more like open, and this eye looks like smaller? So yeah, I'm gonna do the other eye too. Guys, I'm living right now. Green tea latte and the Sultry palette and my look right now. It's giving me life. It's giving me life at 1:40 in the morning. It's giving me life. I love it. Okay, so I'm just like amazed I created a totally different look than yesterday using the exact same colors. Like, that's just like amazing to me. And honestly, the reason why I created the same look as yesterday instead of like trying a different look was because I didn't want to wash my brushes. I wanted to use the same colors. So it's really funny to me that actually like turned out to be a totally different look. So I really like it. So I'm gonna set my face right now with some MAC Fix Plus. I'm very interesting. So you know how the Fix Plus really just like basically like Niagara Falls spray. So sometimes when my face is too oily, I can't be having that Niagara Falls spray. Like that's just like way too much for my skin. Or if I want to spray a brush, that's really wasteful having that like giant gush come out just to wet your brush, because most of it doesn't even end up on the brush. So what I do is, I'm sorry Mac, but I repurpose my Urban Decay setting sprays. I love their spray bottles. Like they're just, it comes out nice and even, and a very light even mist. Like it never like camel squirts at you. So I really love Urban Decay setting spray bottle spritzers, and I love their setting sprays too, obviously. So when they're empty, I always keep them and repurpose them. So this one has Fix Plus in it, and I always use this bottle to wet my brushes so that I don't waste Fix Plus, because you know that sounds expensive, okay? And also I use it whenever I need a light wash, a fine mist of Fix Plus instead of like a Niagara Falls gush. So since today I'm a little bit on the oily side, I'm not dry, I'm just gonna use this version. So if you guys want to save money, this is a good way to do it so that you don't waste your Fix Plus. Alright, I'm doing my lashes and liner, and I shall see you guys in a little bit as I karaoke and apply my lashes. I'm going to quickly put on some inner corner highlight. I went in with Pearl yesterday, but I think today I'm going to use Cyborg. It looks silver, but if you shift it, it has like a purple undertone to it. So I think that'll look interesting. Can you see that? Oh no, you see that. That is some inner corner highlight. Ooh. And sorry if my eyes are like a little bit red. I got some eyelash glue in there. Yeah, Hot Mess Express. Hashtag. Okay, for highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Desi x Katy collab. I'm gonna use Fuego. It is so freaking pigmented and foiled. Look at that. I just love it. Oh, and it doesn't even go on patchy or anything. It just goes on like a dream. Like, look at that. Look at that. My cheekbones feel so sharp right now. I love it. Oh my god, you guys, I am literally hashtag Hot Mess Express. Seriously, that's my thing now. It should be my thing. Freaking my highlighting brush was sitting next to my, I separated them now, but I should have separated them before. And they were in the same brush holder. This is the brush that I use to put black shadow into my hair, because I always like go into my hairline with my foundation, and I'll make, you know, foundation will get my hair, and I'll just do this to, you know, make it black again. And they were sitting together, and some of the black got on the brush, and freaking look, do you see the blackness on my cheeks? I was like, why is my face black? Oh my god. So just look at my good side over here, because it didn't get this side, but it definitely got this side. I'm so upset. Okay, so hopefully you guys don't notice this cheek too much. Eh? Oh my god, the other day I was out and about, and when I'm in public, hold on. Okay, I line my lips with Colourpop Lippy Stick in BFF2. I'm going to take the KKW lipstick in Nude 1. So the other day, I was getting my nails done, I think. Yeah, I was getting my nails done, and she was like, the lady doing my nails was like, you look like Elvira's daughter. Because without makeup, I'm even like paler, because you know I have like contour and bronzer and all that stuff going on. So I look even paler, and I have like black hair, and I always wear my hair in Dutch braids whenever I have no makeup on, just to kind of like help myself look less crazy. So she was like, you look like Elvira's daughter, and I was like, oh, you're right. She's like, you could be that for Halloween. I just dropped my lipstick cap. Again, Hot Mess Express. That's what this video should be called. This is Boy from Colourpop. It's a really pale color. I'm just gonna pop it in the center. Do you guys hear my dog sigh? He's like so over this. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I was looking for. Okay, I'll just get the cap later. Knowing me, I'm gonna forget to pick that cap up, and this lipstick's gonna dry out. Alrighty guys, the Hot Mess Express train has finally reached this destination and I'm so happy with how this turned out. Like, I love it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I love this palette, absolutely love it. Finally, a palette like this came out, and for it to come from ABH, like, even better, because as you can tell, I love ABH palettes. I even have the coveted Mario one. Like, I absolutely love them to death. They're my favorite palettes, so I'm just so glad that this came out. If you are familiar with ABH palettes, just know that this is the exact same formula. Like, nothing has changed. They didn't change their formula at all. Everything is completely the same. If you are not familiar with ABH palettes, let me just quickly tell you that they are known for having a lot of kickback and they're known for being very powdery, but to me that doesn't bother me at all because they're really easy to work with. You just pop it on your eye, blend it out, and boom. They blend so well, they build so well, but you don't need to because they are so pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. They're very pigmented, they blend really well, and I just love that every color stands out on its own, because I know you guys have probably had this problem before too, where you use like bad palettes, bad formulas, where you work so hard to blend 3 to 4 colors together, and in the end it just looks like one color and all your hard work was wasted. Or you use 3 to 4 colors and you blend them together and it ended up like looking like muddy and ugly. Like, both are terrible outcomes. This is not the case. You can just blend, build, blend, build, blend, build constantly, and you will always get, like, each color will always stand out on its own and pop on its own, and I absolutely love that. And all their shimmers are always very like intense and pigmented, and when you wet them, it's like on a whole nother level. Like, it literally turns into liquid molten lava. And sometimes, like, certain shimmers, when you wet them, like, their color completely changes. So it's basically like you have 2 shadows. So when you use it dry, it looks like this color. When you use it wet, it looks like this color. Because usually when you wet something, it makes it more intense. But with some ABH shimmers, I've noticed that it doesn't change its intensity only, it also changes its color. So it's like you get 2 colors in one. So I absolutely love that too. So I cannot say enough good things about this palette and ABH in general. So I highly recommend you get this, especially since so many things are dropping right now because it's the holidays. And right now, things that are in are obviously shimmery colors. There's the copper stuff is still going on. Warm tones are still going on. A lot of palettes are coming out very colorful, like greens, blues, pinks, and stuff like that. And you know, they're all very similar to each other. I feel like this definitely stands out from every other palette that's coming out currently, and this will definitely stand the test of time. Like, this will never go out of style. And on top of that, I feel like this is something that'll be worth your money. This is something that you're gonna grab for every single day, especially if you have a 9-to-5 job, because all of these are wearable colors. Like, if you grabbed a, I can't think of at the top of my head, but if you grab like a palette full of bright colors, can you really grab from that every day? No, you're gonna get a lot more use out of this one, and there's no one coming out with palettes that are very like cool toned and neutral and just like amazing as this like true browns. Like, everyone's still on that warm train, you know what I'm saying? So I highly recommend this. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching my video, and if you guys have not subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see when I have new content coming. And right now, I know that my channel seems like a review channel, but it's not. I want my channel to be like, every time that I get a palette, I want to be able to help you guys create different looks from the palette if you have it as well. You know what I mean? Like, lots of reviews, they will just review the palette, they'll try to use as many colors as possible in one look, and I just feel like that's really unrealistic because I'm not gonna use like 10 colors on my eyes like in one look. Like, that's just not gonna happen, and they're not gonna do it again either. They just did it for the review video. So I really like videos where it's one palette and you can see different looks that you can create with that. Like, for example, Desi and Katy or I Love Sarah, when they released, I know it's because it's their palette, but when they released their palettes, they came out with a bunch of different looks that you could create from their palette instead of just doing one look using a bunch of colors from their palette. So that's the kind of channel I want to be, but right now I have so many palettes, I can't do that yet. So as soon as I finish using all of my new palettes, I will come back around to each and every one of them, and I will create different looks from each palette. So just keep a lookout for that. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and good night, everybody.